So, I haven't ever done a video on this, but we're going to talk a little bit about car shows. Now, there's good shows to go to, there's bad shows to go to, but in my opinion, the overall choice of car shows to go to at this point in time, with the folding of most of the AACA shows that were put on in the local municipalities of towns and whatever, as those have disappeared basically. And a lot of the hotel shows are no more. We don't have those anymore. Were put on by car clubs, and their members wasn't allowed to be in the show or any of that type of stuff. So finding a good quality car show to go to that's actually professionally judged is pretty much, I don't know where they're at. If anyone knows of any, you can put it in the comments. But that's one of the things I wanted this video to be about. Just kind of put it out there that if you're going to a car show, be able to be in this great competition and all this kind of stuff, it's just not happening. Super Chevy was a pretty good show to go to. It's gone. The National Muscle Car Association did a pretty good judge car show, but those events are few and far between. So even a lot of the bigger events, there's just not that much left. Like even the Carlisle events, all that is participant vote. So I've got a few own personal experiences with car shows that left a bad taste in my mouth when I was a lot younger and it just got into them. And that's kind of what I want this video to be about, is you quickly see that a lot of these shows, they just pretty much hand out, it's the buddy system. Politics, whatever. I've heard it referred to as politics or the buddy system. One of the most comical thing I ever seen. Now I've been told some funny stuff, but the most funny thing I ever seen happen in a car show was, I was at a fire department show that shall remain nameless because I enjoy going up there. I seen someone backed into the fire department with their truck, had a blank fire department shirt on, and won best truck of that show that weekend. Won best truck. I can't remember what year that was, but it was the last 10 or 12 years. I went to that show in 2005, 6, 7, and 8. And I got bent out of shape about what took place in 08, and I didn't go back for a long, long time. And as I look back on that, I kind of regret not going back, just because of that. But I basically found other stuff to do on that Saturday. And some of those years I went and looked around and just left. But starting back in 19, I started going back again. And I've been back every year since. And I enjoy it. It's a good time. And, it's easier basically to park in the show than it is to try to scrounge around and find a parking place in this little small town with this festival. But is it a good car show? From the point of spectators and enjoyment, and there's shade trees, and yes, it's a good event and a good location for a car show. Is it a good car show venue for cars that actually showcase their talents? Not at all. Because everyone, if you pay attention at all, you have even heard this admitted by several people that go there and go every year, they basically hand it out to different people every year. Or some seem to win the same award year in and year out. And, again, if this was a professionally judged show, then no problem. But if you're going to pass it around to your buddies, at least pass it around to some more buddies. So, with that being said, don't take car shows personally. I have took one of the nicest Monte Carlos in the country to that show in 2021 and didn't even win top 25. I have took another car last year, didn't, and this year I went back with my Vista Cruiser wagon, put a picture up here in the top screen, and did not place either. So I actually this year had made the statement that I was trying to go for 3 years in a row without winning an award at that festival. So I succeeded. So it depends on what direction you're wanting to go here. I kind of enjoy being facetious and, you know, seeing if my hypothesis as a 14-year-old still correct today, and it is, that they give it to their buddies. So it's all good. I'll be back at that festival next year. I don't know what I'll be in. I'll probably be in my 59 Cadillac next year. It hasn't ever been to that show, so hopefully if it's not still tore down for an LS swap or something crazy, it can be at that show. Maybe it can be at that show with the LS swap already completed. That'd be another good one to lay down on them, although the paint is not too great. But the interior should be really nice by then. So anyway, it is what it is. So anyway, with that being said, I just kind of want to put this out there. Enjoy the car shows. If you got any questions about going to a car show, go. I mean, don't hold back. Don't worry about somebody getting mad, you know, because they didn't win a trophy or whatever. Main thing, enjoy the show for the show, the fellowship, the people, and all that. And honestly, if they are doing stuff hoo-dooey, which most of these fly-by-night show venues do, just let it be a challenge to you to pick up on actually what screwy thing they are actually doing as you go a couple, 2 or 3 years in a row, and just kind of see what they're doing. You know, do they skip certain people year to year? Do they give it back? Just kind of see. I've kind of made it a comedy within myself just to kind of see how it goes on. So don't get bent out of shape over these car shows. There are a lot of y'all out there watching this or are going to be listening to this, maybe on some other platforms or whatever. You spent all this time working on this prize car, and it's probably one of the nicest in your area, and you took it to the show, and now you think your car's not, your work's worthless because, no, it's not. Just, I will say on the other aspect of that, if you're going to have a judged car show and actually act like you are going around doing that, bring in some people who actually know what they're doing. Pay them a little bit. It's hot out there. It's really hot. Pay them a fee. Charge a few bucks more for the show. Maybe instead of charging 20, charge 25 or whatever. And pay them a little money to go around and judge the cars. And that way it's from someone out of town, not someone that lives there close and knows everybody. Take that out of the equation. That way you eliminate you getting basically, what's going on. And I mean, a lot of these local shows are that way. So bring in outside people, give them a point system to go by, and say, have at it. Now, it's hot out there. So when they first start up here at this end of the row, are they going to be as critical as they get towards that other end of the row? That's another stipulation that you got to work out. So you really need enough people that's not going to get winded and tired. And one more thing I'll add too. Of all the shows I've been to, the class judging seemed to be the most simple and work the best. You break down, you have 150 cars, you have about 30 classes. Yeah, most everybody at the end of the day is probably going to get something, but it makes life a lot easier. If everybody gets an award for first, second, third in every class, hey, no problem. They're going to come back next year. So, and it saves you a lot of trouble. And then me personally, I don't like participant vote because it's hot. I'm not going to go out there and try to vote on my cars. I do that once a year at the Eastern meet, and it is a lot of work. So, with that being said, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. It has grown significantly in the last so many years. Again, I've been trying to do better about adding my restoration information to my videos and in the description. So that information will be in the description. If you need a car restored, work, first gen Monty, whatever, try to stay between 55 to 72. American makes and models. Hit me up. I do stay pretty busy, but I always take appointments to add to the list, and I'll be glad to help you out with that. So we'll talk to you then, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.